Meghan Markle's latest attempt at a soft media comeback took a disastrous turn when she appeared on the Drew Barrymore Show, expecting a warm and friendly conversation. Instead, what unfolded was a tense and brutal exchange, with host Drew Barrymore grilling the Duchess of Sussex in an unprecedented confrontation that left both the audience and Meghan herself stunned. The former actress, often accused of crafting a carefully controlled public image, found herself completely unprepared for the unfiltered scrutiny she faced on live television. At first, the interview seemed to start off on a cordial note. Drew, known for her bubbly and empathetic demeanor, welcomed Meghan with a smile. However, it quickly became apparent that this was not going to be just another PR-friendly chat. Barrymore, whose career has spanned decades of personal and professional reinvention, was not about to let Meghan dodge the hard-hitting questions that so many interviewers have avoided in the past. The atmosphere shifted when Drew began addressing Meghan's controversial past, including her well-documented rift with the British royal family. Barrymore, who has openly spoken about overcoming her own troubled past in Hollywood, took issue with Meghan's ongoing narrative of victimhood. "You've spoken a lot about your struggles, but do you think it's fair to constantly portray yourself as a victim when so many people see things differently?" Barrymore asked pointedly, catching Meghan off guard. The audience gasped. Meghan, usually well-prepared with rehearsed answers, hesitated before responding. She attempted to steer the conversation towards her philanthropic work, but Barrymore wasn't done. Drew Barrymore pressed further, bringing up Meghan's infamous Oprah Winfrey interview, which sent shockwaves through the royal family and the public alike. She questioned whether it was responsible for Meghan and Prince Harry to air their grievances so publicly, knowing the potential damage it could cause. "You said you wanted privacy, yet you've done multiple tell-all interviews, a Netflix series, and even a book," Barrymore stated bluntly. "How do you reconcile that?" Meghan's face visibly tensed as she attempted to defend herself, claiming that she and Harry were simply trying to control their own narrative. But Barrymore wasn't convinced. She referenced the backlash Meghan has received, particularly regarding allegations that she mistreated palace staff and cut ties with multiple family members. Some critics argue that every time there's a disagreement, you cut people out of your life. Your father, your half-siblings, even some former friends. Do you ever stop to reflect on why that keeps happening? Barrymore asked, her tone firm but not aggressive. Meghan's attempt to maintain composure was evident, but the cracks were beginning to show. She denied the claims, insisting that she was unfairly portrayed by the British press. However, Barrymore countered with specific examples, including testimonies from former royal aides who described Meghan as difficult and demanding. What was meant to be a controlled and polished appearance turned into one of Meghan's most disastrous media outings. Instead of gaining public sympathy, her failure to answer Barrymore's direct and well-researched questions only fueled the perception that she avoids accountability. Social media exploded with reactions, many praising Barrymore for not letting Meghan off the hook. Critics pointed out how Meghan, who often speaks about empowerment and honesty, struggled when faced with unfiltered truth. Some even compared the interview to her Oprah appearance, noting the stark contrast in how much harder Barrymore pushed her for genuine answers. By the end of the segment, Meghan looked visibly shaken. Barrymore, still professional, thanked her for coming, but the tension in the air was undeniable. What was supposed to be a soft promotional stop had turned into a moment of reckoning for the Duchess of Sussex. The fallout from the interview is already being felt. Many royal commentators are hailing it as one of the first times Meghan has truly been held accountable for her contradictions. Meanwhile, her supporters are attempting to paint Barrymore as hostile and unfair, though the footage speaks for itself. If Meghan was hoping to rehabilitate her public image, this interview may have had the opposite effect. Instead of reclaiming her narrative, she found herself exposed under the bright lights of a talk show host who refused to play by the usual celebrity interview rules. Drew Barrymore's unexpected interrogation of Meghan Markle may go down as a turning point in how the public perceives the Duchess. While Meghan has long relied on carefully curated media appearances, this interview proved that not everyone is willing to simply accept her